Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Hey everyone, checking in on Canadian MJ. So APHA has all the attention here at the end of the day after hours with the halt. Only halted on the Canadian side of things. The US is still trading. There's a hostile takeover bid, and I suggest reading the press release about that. The bid is for $11 Canadian, or just around $8 in the US. It's a very low bid. Shareholders are not pleased. This would require a lot of shareholders to accept a red position and be locked in on that, because pretty much that gives us the price the day before the short attack, and anybody that bought in the months prior to that would, sell out for a loss. So I don't expect that to be accepted. It's a lot lower than a lot of people want. If it were accepted by management, I don't know what the voting structure is. What I do know is that a lot of Canadian MJ names, they position it so that the retail investor doesn't really have much of a say. And I'm not sure if APHA falls into that boat, but I do know that a lot of Canadian MJ names allow their insiders to pretty much have the final say. So I would be surprised if the insiders wanted to accept this, but that's where we stand right now, is people holding out for higher prices. Because again, that puts us just back to the day before the short report. Now, of course, we're going to have conspiracy theories that this company was behind the short report and they didn't have any position in APHA in one of their filings as of November 30th. And now in this press release, they said they have a toehold position, whatever that means, but that means they were buying in December, which means they were buying this weakness in response to the short report. So we have after hours action going on right now, because obviously, the bid would be $8 US roughly, and we closed at $5.50. So that's still a discount. And after hours right now, let's look at the 5-minute time frame, because we have a really nice equilibrium, just perfect higher lows and lower highs. Anything under 705 is another lower high. Anything above 669 is a higher low, and we're going to break this sometime in the near future, and that's going to dictate short-term momentum. But we're going to expect some volatility, big-time volatility tomorrow, and trading opportunity in both directions. So we've noticed volume on APHA. APHA has very clearly been a lead bull the past 2 days. We pointed that out in the video, and we had Fidelity come out at 125 and say Afria call volume above normal, directionally bullish. Posted this in the chat room at 125. Bullish option flow detected. Then we speculated. I believe bulls are positioning for a buyout or a deal with the news, whether they know it or it's a guess. We have no idea. Very clearly they knew it in the past. Afria news that comes out, we see action precluding the news that lets us know, yes, insiders are acting. And here's the news right now. Green Growth Brands announces intention to make a hostile bid. So we see people in the know for APHA, and it happens all the time in the stock world, but it is notable for this company that they act on insider information. And today is no different, in my opinion. If you're going to get an alert that there's something going on, and we can clearly see volume in the last 2 days, something is going on, well, there we go. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. Key resistance to break is 610. We're going to break that level. And the next key level is going to be 659 and 691. 691 is the most important for me, because if we break that level, we're then filling a gap, and we have very limited resistance to 773. So I expect the price to fade towards that mark that the deal is positioned for, or I should say offered for. And I don't expect the deal to be taken, but it is a nice short-term boost for the share price. So that's where we stand on APHA right now. And we'll have to see what the company's response is. But again, I would be surprised if the company did respond in a, acceptance. CGC, still a daily bear flag. And looking after hours, CGC is not responding to this news at all. We're right where we closed. This is a daily bear flag still. Again, the burden of proof is on the bulls. The bulls need to see a clear move up towards 29 in order to negate the possibility of this being a bear flag, in my opinion. We did hold the low of yesterday as support. The bulls are trying to build a base of support in the low to mid $25 range. But again, if we don't get any bullish follow through, that doesn't really matter. So here on the hourly time frame, let's just get rid of extended hours to make it nice and clear. 27.64 key resistance, and our new support is 25.62. If we can't break 27.64 tomorrow, we'll just look for an hourly lower high in the morning and then continue tightening range. If we break 27.64, that's a short-term bull break, and that's the bulls, hopefully for the bulls, negating the possibility of this being a daily bear flag. ACB, also a potential daily bear flag, same story. The bulls need more significant follow through. After hours here, we are pretty much where we close, slightly up, and this is the Canadian ticker right now, but 6.99 has to break, $7 and $6.99, so 7 has to break. It's a double top. After $7, we're looking at 7.26, and on the daily time frame, again, have to see a significant bull move up. Otherwise, there is the potential that this is just a weak daily bounce and then the potential for continuation down. Also note that the S&P 500 is looking to bounce and set that lower high. So if the lower high is set on the S&P 500 in the next few days, and then we start to fade back down towards the recent low to try and form a higher low, the Canadian MJ sector might not respond to that well. The correlation has been breaking to a decent degree with the S&P 500, not necessarily breaking, just becoming weaker. So maybe the bulls could disregard it, but just be aware that we're expecting SPY consolidation in a couple days, in perhaps a day or two. And I'm very curious to see if that's going to lead to the potential of these bear flags following through. But if we can see a solid green day tomorrow and break the highs of the bounces at this point, perhaps the APHA bid can give a little spark to the sector in the short term. Again, bulls need help is the bottom line. Cron on the daily is a potential bear flag. Need to see a break at 1040 first thing tomorrow. Here after hours, pretty much where we closed. After 1040, we're looking up at 11 psychological, so there's nice space to the upside, and we established a new support level down at 985 and 986, a double bottom the last 2 days. So not a whole lot of difference in price range the last 2 days, but we have to see clear bull breaks tomorrow. Otherwise, the daily bear flag possibility certainly remains. TLRY, who cares? TLRY, daily inside bar. Break of 69.12 is a bear break. Break of 73.18 is a bull break. If we break 73.18, it's 73.72. And then $80 is the next level after that. And support would be down at 67.66 if we break 69.12. So bottom line is APHA continues to provide the drama for the sector and the entertainment in slow times. We're going to watch for all that volatility. There will be day trade opportunities for both bulls and bears tomorrow, absolutely. And we're going to be watching, can we break that level in the upper $6 range to start to fill the gap up towards the 770s. For everybody else, we're watching the daily time frame and saying, prove it to us, bulls, because you are in trouble and you are a bear flag and you have to give us a solid daily bull candlestick to try and negate the potential of this bear flag. So I appreciate you watching. Do some good things out there. We'll see you tomorrow to wrap up the week. Here's more news alerts. A free stock soars as pot producer receives takeover bid. So it's in the news. It's gathering some attention. And that means more volume and more volatility is coming. Thanks again. We'll see you soon.